I'm so nervous about this video. It's just been a while since I did one, and I think I've lost my confidence. People even listen to me. Hey, what's up? This is Pete Scott here, the UK's most in-demand sales trainer. It's been a little while since I've done a video here on YouTube. But guess what? I'm back, ready to share strategies, tools, the psychology to take your sales to a whole new level. Like all the videos here previously and all the ones to come here on YouTube, make sure you have a pen and notepad handy, and even take comments in the comment section below, because what I'm going to share with you is going to help you to increase your sales confidence. What a topic for today. Because think about this, if you want to sell anything, whether it's a product, service, solution, whatever, you have to have confidence. Over the last 15 years of working in sales and training over 1,000 sales professionals, I've seen people with incredible products, but because they don't have the confidence, unfortunately, they don't get the results that they deserve. I've also seen people who have inferior products, or they don't have the leading solution in the marketplace or the industry. But because they have the confidence, they know how to engage people, they know how to influence and even inspire their customers, their clients, they're getting phenomenal results in their business and their career. How do you increase your confidence? Because is confidence something that we're just born with, that, oh, that guy over there, you know what, he's really confident? Or is it something that is like a muscle that we can improve and we can work on, and the more that we work on it, the better that we can become? You may or may not know this about me already. I didn't start off as confident. I was actually very shy, especially when it came to engaging with other people. Sure, if you met me 15 years ago, you might say, oh, that kid's pretty confident, but I knew on the inside I didn't have the confidence to ask anybody for a sale. I remember one of my first customers, when I got into sales, they looked at me and they said to me, are you trying to sell me something? And I was like, maybe. So, how do you go from sales uncertainty to sales conviction, sales confidence? Well, I'll tell you how I did it and how I train all of my mentees now and over the last few years to do the same. Is to put yourself in real life sales scenarios as often as humanly possible. And that means that you're having sales conversations. That means that you are walking into companies, that you're introducing yourself, that you are picking up the phone, that you're basically doing whatever it takes to have those sales conversations, to build rapport, to influence and even go for the close every single day. It is so easy, and I get it, to not ask for the sale. It's so easy to get distracted and go and do something else, play PlayStation, or just go watch Netflix, or avoid the sale completely. But the only way that you can increase confidence, because confidence isn't static, yeah, it's always moving. And it's either moving up or it's moving down. And once we get into that, it's more like a downward spiral. Once we get into that downward spiral, unfortunately, we keep doing things that confirm that we are not good at sales. And that's when the negative mindset comes in as well, when we start saying, I hate selling, I'm not a salesperson, nobody ever buys from me anyway, this industry doesn't have money, the list goes on and on. What I want you to do, and what I need you to do, is to get yourself into an ascending sales confidence. And that means that every single day you're feeling more and more confident about engaging your customer and not having that fear of asking them for the sale. This whole thing of like, oh, I might be manipulating people though, and I don't really want to do that. Look, in order to manipulate people, that takes a lot of work. And just by asking for the sale, it's the last thing that you're going to do. Now, as I mentioned, for me, how I personally increased my sales confidence was for 30 days straight, and I ended up doing this for, goodness, about 2 years in total. I was walking into 25 companies a day, and I wouldn't stop for a toilet break, I wouldn't stop for a coffee or anything until I'd walked into 25 companies. Now, I wish somebody taught me about target marketing back then, because I was walking into every company, from coffee shops to banks to offices, and I just wanted to get myself out there and get myself known. And in the end, I walked into over 1,000 companies. On top of that, even though I was scared out of my mind, I would pick up the phone and I would make up to 100 calls per day. I'd sit down, I'd get my first 5 calls out of the way, because once you get those first 5 out of the way, then it just becomes routine. By the way, I recommend whenever you're on the phone that you stand up, because that's immediately going to help you feel more confident. But imagine this, right? Imagine you are 15 days, 20 days into walking into companies or picking up the phone or just putting yourself into a sales scenario every single day. How is that going to change your confidence? Because the rejections that you get, because there will be many, you're not going to get everybody saying yes. If you are getting everybody saying yes and you're speaking to 25, 30 people a day, I want to know, I want to come on your training. But you need to get comfortable with rejection. And this allows you to break through those barriers, and this allows you to develop that thick skin that when you get a no, you're like, okay, I can move on to the next person. And that's what selling is really all about, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, it is a numbers game. Sure, you want to have high quality conversations. Sure, you want to learn how to qualify, disqualify your clients and make sure you're working with the right type of client and you can sell at a high ticket item or a high ticket price. But at the beginning, it's just about building up that confidence. And that means in your body language, how your tone of voice, how you come across as a human being. Before I started getting the perfect client, I just went out there and I was pushing to get a client, and I knew it needed to be hundreds of conversations per week. As I briefly mentioned earlier in this video, with my mentees, I do the same thing. Then my mentees come into this business and they're like, okay, Pete, what am I going to learn today? Thinking that it's going to be an easy ride for them. And I'm like, okay, this week, this is what you're going to do. I need you to make 100 calls a day. And then the following week, when they've done that, they walk into the office and they're like, oh goodness, I don't know if I like this guy anymore because he's making me make so many phone calls. The following week, I'm like, okay, this is what you're doing this week. I want you to go into London and I need you to get 20 leads a day by walking into companies. I don't expect them to go out there and actually close any deals. I just want them to get comfortable with rejection. I want them to get that confidence and that certainty within themselves that they can power through the no's in order to get to a yes. So if you just do this one thing, if you just put yourself in a sales scenario every single day, and in fact I wouldn't say a sales scenario, I'd say multiple sales scenarios every single day, this can start to lift your confidence. If you do it for a couple of days though and then you stop, that's where your confidence is going to take a real nosedive, because you'll become that person who says, oh yeah, I tried it and it never worked out for me. The reason why you're still here, I'm sure, and watching this is because you're not that person. Keep going even when you don't feel like it. Keep picking up the phone, keep reaching out, keep having those sales conversations, keep asking for the sale. Just make sure you do this as well. Learn from every single no. Learn how you can adjust your body language, learn how you can maybe ask some different questions, learn how you can have that slight or subtle change in the tone of your voice. The list goes on and on. Every single no, there's an opportunity to learn, and who knows, you may get a yes or some yeses along the way too. So this is my first video back here on YouTube for a while. Thank you for being here. Make sure you share the video, hit the like button, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.